Hi guys, welcome back to GOO ROO Beauty. I wanted to post another portion of my USA haul. I went to America for a couple of weeks in April and was lucky enough to go to IMATS in New York City. I did post a separate video already on the things that I picked up at IMATS, as well as a few little tips for anyone who's thinking about attending IMATS going forward. And what I wanted to post for you today was what I picked up from several visits to Sephora all around the place. I think it was about the week before I went over there, Sephora was offering 15 or 20% off everything. So I did pre-order some things and have them delivered to my sister's house. My sister lives in the USA. So I did have quite a few boxes waiting for me when I got there. And then I visited Sephora numerous occasions while I was there, including in New York City and Times Square and up on Fifth Avenue and all over the place. So I just picked up bits and pieces as I went around Sephora's, and there were a few things that, you know, different stores were out of that I was not able to pick up. So some of these things were planned and some of these things were not planned. Just a quick word of warning for those who are watching. I do sometimes get comments from people that they're not a fan of watching videos of, you know, other Australians with products that they can't get their hands on easily in Australia, or products that they can't you know, go and feel and touch in the stores in Australia, and I completely understand that. So some of these products are things that you can get in Australia that I happen to be able to get at a much cheaper price, of course, US retail. Some of these things are brands that are not available readily in Australia and even might be a little bit more difficult to find online from Australia. So just be warned, if you're not interested in watching what I got from Sephora in the USA, best just to turn off now and not worry about it and move forward. There are others of you out there, however, who may have a trip coming up to the US. You may have a friend or a relative or even a pen pal who lives in America or who's visiting America. This may help you build up a bit of a shopping list for what you might like to get when you go or when someone you know goes. So here we go. I did pick up a couple more of the Laura Mercier Mineral Powder SPF 15 foundations. I do have this in Real Vanilla and I absolutely love it. I love it as a foundation, you know, on its own as a powder foundation. I love using it over liquid foundations, over BB creams, over tinted moisturizers. That's how I've managed to sort of use my Garnier Pretend BB cream. I picked it up in Real Sand and also in Classic Beige, and this is just a loose powder foundation, and you would have seen in previous favorites videos, it's just a beautiful glow. It's a powder foundation that just gives a really lovely radiant glow, and I love it. So just adding a few colors there to the collection. I did pick up a couple of items from Bare Minerals. Probably 6 months ago, Bare Minerals came out with their Ready line. Instead of just their loose powder range, they have now pressed eyeshadows that are absolutely beautiful, and they are available for you Australians on strawberrynet.com, but then even more excitedly, kitcosmetics.com.au and Kit Cosmetics stores are carrying the Ready line from Bare Minerals, and at very comparable prices to the US. So I did pick up one of their Bare Minerals Ready SPF 15 touch-up veils. So I like the mineral veil. I've used that with the Bare Minerals foundation and also as a finishing powder for others. This is just the compact version. So nice little mirror there, and then it does come with a, you know, touch-up sponge and just a pressed version of their mineral veil for touch-up. So I thought that would be great for on the go if I am using the mineral foundations particularly. And then I did pick up a couple of blushes as well from the Bare Minerals Ready range. So just holding them next to each other, I picked up the Indecent Proposal blush, and this one is called The One. So you can see they're both just sort of versions of pink. So just showing you a swatch there of those two blushes. This one here, this dustier one, is called Indecent Proposal, and this one here is The One. I really like those. Both of those colours are absolutely beautiful. Next, I did pick up the Illamasqua Skin Base Foundation. This was reviewed recently by Lisa SZ09. She had really great things to say about it, and I have seen plenty of other guru reviewers talk about Illamasqua Skin Base Foundation. I ended up choosing this in the shade SB08, so I think the shade is actually just 8. I have not tried that yet, so don't have too much to say about it yet. I did also pick up the new foundation that you may have heard about around the place from Lancome. This is their Teint Idole Ultra 24 Hour. I love this. I have had the chance to use it a few times and I love it. Absolutely love it. I think it's worth the hype. I got this one in the colour 330 Bisque N or 330 Bisque Neutral, I guess, and it's absolutely gorgeous, but it just goes on beautifully, looks ever so natural, great coverage, feels quite light and lasts a really long time without touch up. And I'm sort of oily combination skin. I'm really happy with this just over a primer set with powder for the day. I really have wonderful things to say about this foundation. I did also pick up an eyeshadow palette from Bobbi Brown, and I got the Ultra Nude Eye Palette. I got this one at the Sephora in Times Square, New York, just to remember all the fantastic memories from the shopping trip with my sister. And every time I use this, I'm going to remember that trip up to New York and Sephora Times Square. So this is the Ultra Nude Eye Palette from Bobbi Brown. It does come with that nice size mirror, and these are the shades there, just a really nice sort of nudes, obviously, hence the name Ultra Nude Eye Palette. So the colours that she's got here in this palette are Chino, Praline, Pink Chandelier, Stone, Champagne Truffle and Cocoa Berry. It does also come with a double-sided brush, one that's sort of quite similar to like a concealer brush, and then the other one, you know, it's slightly angled, more of just a really thin type fluffy brush for packing in colour or, you know, getting into the crease. So an alright brush there, just a really nice palette that you can just take with you and go and make any kind of neutral or smoky eye with those matte colours, really nice. I picked up something from Urban Decay. I heard really good things about these 24/7 concealer pencils from Urban Decay before I left. So I picked this up in the colour DEA. They are those really, really creamy pencils, and the only thing that's unfortunate about this is that it does require a sharpener to keep using it. And the thing that I don't like about sharpeners, besides just making a mess with these creamy products, is that you're wasting all this product in your sharpener. So it's not one of those twist ups, unfortunately. That's definitely one way that they could improve that product. But you can see there, that is DEA. It is just a very creamy concealer. It has great reviews. Temptalia, X-Sparkage, they're my girls. They had really good things to say about that. So that's why I picked that up, to give that a try. I did also pick up a lipstick that I've been lusting after ever since my sister told me about it. It's by Dior. It's their Dior Addict lipstick, and this one is exclusive to Sephora. I've been to Dior counters here in Australia and they've never heard of it, so I don't think you can get it in Australia. This is in the shade though 178 Urban, and I think in America this one was exclusive to Sephora. So while I was there in Sephora, I thought, well, I may as well pick up a Sephora exclusive. This is what the packaging looks like there with the silver, and the colour is just a really nice natural pink, if you can see it there. It's a sheer sort of glossy pink. Looks really nice. All the swatches that I saw online looked really nice of this urban colour. So an everyday slap it on, don't need a mirror type lipstick. And it's my first Dior lipstick as well. I don't have any of those at all. Here's a little card that I like to include in every package. Whenever I order some things on Sephora and have it delivered to my sister's home, I tell her to look through the makeup in case there's anything that she might want to swatch or look at or anything. Since I've bought it, she's more than welcome to get her hands in it. And she never does, but I always put in there a little card. You have the option to add a gift card for free when you're going through the checkout process, and I always put something in there for her to read and have a laugh at. So in this one, I wrote on my order, "I love you, Jodie. I cannot wait to see you again." Just to see if my sister gets a kick out of that, but she never looks at it. I picked up a few items from Makeup Forever of their Aqua lip pencils, and these get really good reviews. I got the two shades 1C and 3C, both really suitable for nude lipstick. One's a little bit peachier, one's a little bit plummier. And so this is the 1C and this is the 3C. Both of them neutral pinks and could probably be used quite interchangeably, but really like those. I did also finally pick up one of their diamond powders. I got this in the number 1. Wayne Goss uses his quite a lot. He loves adding his sparkle with his Makeup Forever diamond powder, so I wanted to finally get that. Just a really fine, glimmery, glittery diamond powder. So looking forward to giving that a try on special occasions. I did also pick up another Too Faced eyeshadow palette. This is their Natural at Night palette. Emily Noel did do a recent video, I think, on this one. This is what it looks like. Just some really nice sort of smoky browns. We've got some shimmers. Too Faced does like to put shimmery colours in their palettes. A lot of highlight, which I really like as well. You do tend to go through those colours a little bit faster than the darker, more colourful ones. Really, really nice one. I did pick up a couple of items from Nars. I do adore Nars eyeshadows, and I have a handful of Nars lipsticks. This one that I added to my collection is the Nars lipstick in the shade Bilbao. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but it's Bilbao. I just really liked it in the store, and I think it may be one of their limited collections. Really nice neutral with sort of a plum tone to it. You can see it just there. And I did also pick up one of their eyeshadows. This one is in the colour La Hasa. When I saw it in the store, I just had to get it. I thought it was beautiful. This is one of those beautiful sort of purpley taupes. You can see it's just got that lovely sheen on it. But La Hasa here is like a purpley grey. Really lovely. I think it would complement my brown eyes really nicely. I got a few lip products also from a company that I hadn't heard of before, but there was one colour that my sister and I swatched at the Times Square Sephora, and it was only available in the trio, so we hummed and hawed about it. Didn't end up getting it at the Times Square Sephora, but then I ended up getting one for her and one for me when we got back down to Virginia, where I spent most of my time. And so Bite is a company that's sort of based on all natural products, and basically the premise that I think they've done research that women eat like 3 or 5 pounds of lipstick over a lifetime or something like that. So with that, they're trying to be more thoughtful about what goes into their line of makeup. So it's all sort of natural ingredients that you can eat, basically. Not that you would want to. So the first thing that I bought from Bite is a summer vintage trio. They've got what they call a lip shine here in Champagne Pearl. Then they've got what they call a high pigment pencil in a bright red in Zinfandel. I made my sister promise me that she would try that at least once. And then the lipstick that they call a luminous cream lipstick, and that is in the shade Retsina or Retsina, not sure how you pronounce that. And it was the lipstick, the Retsina, that we saw that we really, really like. I've got to say the packaging is gorgeous. It's sort of, you know, it's shaped like this. It's that same sort of rubbery material like the Nars packaging. So I'm sure it'll get messy really, really quickly. It's just got Bite written on the side there, but just like a little sleek little rubbery type bullet. Retsina is just a gorgeous type, nudie type pink here. You can see it reminds me a bit of Blankety. The gloss is quite sheer. It does have some colour to it, a lot of shine. It's very thick. It smells absolutely delicious. And then the lip pencil is quite red, very bright, very pigmented. So it's a strange combination for 3, but it covers all bases, you know what I'm saying? So it's got the lipstick there, the Retsina, the Champagne Pearl lip gloss, I think is what it was called, and then the Zinfandel there. So really gorgeous. And then, oh, I just couldn't resist a couple more of the Bite lip pencils because I just loved them. The texture and the colours were absolutely gorgeous. You can see here one that's a bit more sort of purpley pink. That one is called Velvet, and then the more pinky type one is called Bouquet. But I just thought they were both really pretty, high pigment, just lovely, beautiful with a smoky eye, beautiful with a really light eye with black eyeliner. So I did also pick up some more products from Torina Tarantino. The eyeshadows that I do have from her are absolutely beautiful. So when I saw these and swatched these in the store, they're so pigmented. One swipe and you've just got full rich pigmented colour and shine. I had to pick up a few of these. So the first I Dream highlight duo that I got is in the Mr. Gold and Mr. Silver. She's a jewellery designer, so the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. You can see there. So there we go. There's Mr. Silver and Mr. Gold, and that is them here. Here, Mr. Silver and Mr. Gold. They're on my hand. The next one I have swatched is in the Iris Plume and Moon Opal, and you can see what they look like there. Very purpley, very light purple I should say. And we have those on my hand here, the Moon Opal and the Iris Plume. The Moon Opal and the Iris Plume swatched there on my hand. And then lastly, we have the I Dream Highlight Duo in the Jasper and Agate, and they are swatched here. Jasper and Agate, the last 2 colours there in the line. Absolutely gorgeous, lovely highlight shimmer. Really, really gorgeous. And then I did pick up some of her blushes as well. Yeah, I did get this one in the Sephora in Times Square as well. Is the blush here in Neapolitan Lane. It's just one of those dusty neutrals, absolutely gorgeous, probably quite comparable with Exposed, probably from Tarte. If If you can see it on my finger, it's just a really natural dusty rose. Just swatched it across my wrist here if you can see it there. Just really nice, subtle. It's a matte colour, so it should just bring a lovely sort of warmth without being too obvious. And then I was really excited. This was one of my last purchases, my last visits to a Sephora while I was over there in the States. Another product from Torina Tarantino, and this is a blush quad actually. So they call this the Doll Skin Cheek Palette, and gorgeous, sleek, shiny silver packaging with beautiful ornate decorations on the front of it. So what you've got when you open the palette is a nice full-sized mirror, and then you've got these 4 shades, and you've got 2 across here in more of the peachy shades and 2 across here in the pinky shades. And the reviews that I've read of this product online sort of talk about how one of them is more shimmery than the other. You can wear one or the other or both of them together in terms of like the 2 peaches together. You can layer the shimmery over it, and I can see that when I look at it that one of them is more shimmery, you know, for each of the color families than the other. But absolutely loved that quad. I'm so excited because I've been back for quite a few weeks now, and I can add these into the makeup collection and actually start using them now that I've shown them to you. So I hope that you enjoyed. I do have a few more of these videos to show you of things that I picked up while I was in the US. I did certainly make the most of it, as you would expect. I hope that you're all having a beautiful day, and we'll see you all again really, really soon. Bye. I've just got to say that, you know, as a makeup lover, being in a Sephora, there is nothing like it. I've been in many Sephoras when I used to live in the United States. So going back over there and walking into a Sephora, it's just full of the most wonderful energy, and there is nothing that comes close to a Sephora in Perth, at least where I live. But what I loved about Sephora is that everyone's getting in there. There's mirrors all over the shop. There's cotton buds, makeup remover, you know, disposable mascara wands, disposable lip gloss applicators, everything there for you to just go in and get your hands dirty and put stuff on your face. And there's of course, you know, things that you can use to sanitize the product, but I love that you can just go in there and have a really hands-on approach without being under the instruction of, you know, that professional makeup person or that person who's, you know, really trying to make the sell or really trying to upsell you or any of that stuff. I love the energy in there. It's just full of women who are experimenting with beauty products and trying different colors and just getting their hands dirty in product. I just love the energy of it. Every time I walked into a Sephora store, because I wasn't there for long, I just stopped and I just tried to soak in the surroundings. It really was a really lovely thing. As someone who loves makeup and loves discovering new products and discovering new brands and trying new things and sharing that with other women, it was just fantastic to be in that environment. And if you ever are in the States, if you're watching this video, it's probably because you like makeup. Definitely go to a Sephora. It goes without saying, but really try and soak in that environment because it really is beautiful. I just wanted to mention that as well because, you know, all these things are wonderful, but it's the experience as well, and that's something that I am yet to really experience here in this country in Australia. So if you're out there and you have a lot of money and you want to make a makeup store, go to Sephora, copy that, bring it to Australia. I would go and I would love it.